Hey guys, Matt Size here, and today I'm back for day number 11 of r/PettyRevenge. We're almost at 2 weeks already, which is just ridiculous to think about. But today, I've got 4, maybe 5 stories, I don't know, it depends on the length of them. But they're gonna be really fun ones. 2 of them are about cars. You are not passing me again just so you can slow down again. As a trucker, I come across slow drivers, and when I pass them, they speed up to pass me and slow down again. Don't know the logic behind it. Today, I come across another one and thought, time to teach him a lesson. I had to pass that guy 2 times, and he was going for a third time to slow down in front of me. Well, I accelerated to catch up to a car in left lane, 2-lane highway, to block him in. Drove for a few minutes and watched him through my hood mirror, screaming and raging. Stars have a line for me, and there was a cop entering highway. I slow down on the on-ramp to 55 as a crazy driver floors it, flipping me off. Cops got his lights on, and 30 seconds later hadn't pulled over. I kept going. And in the edit, we were doing 58 to 59 in the 55 zone. There were no more cars, only him, car in front of him, and me. If he did force himself into my lane, I would have backed off hard, kept an eye on him. No way I was going to move it up to accident scenario. Haven't been in an accident my whole career, except hitting a deer. I couldn't dodge this one on a sharp turn. I always keep to right lane, and only reasons I move over is because emergency vehicles, cars parked on shoulder, people walking on shoulder, I have to pass someone, let on-ramp traffic in, only if I can do it safely, or active emergency in my lane. I would have 4 ways on if there is slowdown below speed limit 55 miles per hour, would just set them on, just as a heads up to others behind me. That was quite confusing, that edit. I wouldn't be surprised if you're on phone, because phone does that. Handicap parking is for handicapped people, not rich ones. First, just FYI, in most handicapped parking spots, there is a space next to the parking spot marked off for loading and unloading wheelchairs. In the US, it's usually painted with diagonal stripes. On to the story. My son and I were at Walmart. And as I parked, I saw that a new BMW convertible owner decided that that striped spot was set aside for him. I looked, and there was no sign of a placard or handicap tag. Pissed me off, and I stewed about it the whole time we were shopping. When he was still parked there when I came out, I decided to get spiteful. I found a piece of paper and left a note on his windshield. It said, "So sorry, I didn't mean to scrape your car with my wheelchair. I would leave my contact info, but you were illegally parked, blocking my van. So good luck buffing that out." We sat in the car another 20 minutes and waited. Out came this guy that looked like a personal trainer. He came jogging up to his car, chatting on his phone. He saw the note, screaming, "Oh shit." He spent the next 20 minutes going over his car inch by inch, rubbing every speck of dust or dirt. He was still looking when we left. Nothing harmed, no damage, just a lesson hopefully learned. That's very similar to the Corvette story that I read earlier in the first week of this Reddit page, of this subreddit. Tell me to cover up in my own yard? Be beholden to my thighs every summer. So this is more of an annual revenge thing. About 5 years ago, a greedy councilman put up 3 2-story apartments next door to our house. One of these has a direct view of our pool area, and a grouchy woman and her husband moved into it. Anywho, as we've done in the 15 summers before they got here, we all went for an afternoon swim. The woman was on her balcony and made a huge dramatic fuss about going back inside and closing her curtains. She then screeched at her husband when he tried to go outside. It's not like we were indecent or anything, just in our swimsuits. We laughed about it and continued having a nice afternoon at the pool while she roasted inside. A few days went by and I decided it was too hot to be inside and went for a dip. I was in the middle of uni and this was the only time I'd leave the house between assignments and tests. Now, I do not have a body that stops traffic. I am a regular plump human whose Dorito-loving habits have begun to show around the lower body area. I take off my sarong and jump into the pool. After a few minutes, I sense someone watching me, look up and find a man on the balcony smoking and staring right at me. I make a bit of an aggressive what gesture, and he scurries back inside, only to return with the woman in tow. The conversation went something along the lines of, "Excuse me, could you not swim when my son is out here smoking? He just lost his job and this is the time he normally smoke, and you're out here naked and distracting him." Ew, he's the age of my dad. He can smoke on your front balcony, and I've lived here for, at the time, 15 years, so you can't blame me for being here naked. Which I'm not, I'm swimming. I'm just asking you to be considerate, okay? At this point, the grown-ass man baby was looking smug. If you don't like it, then move. And I continued swimming. They stood there for another 5 minutes before once again going inside and closing the sliding patio doors and curtains. Also, I was not naked or indecent. I wear full swimsuits because I'm a little insecure about my belly. See paragraph about the Doritos. I told my parents, and the next day my mum joined me in the pool to show them, and I quote, what real traumatizing thighs look like. Oh my god! What a sentence. But that got me thinking though. I could make their summers a living hell if closing all their codes was how they go about seeing us in the pool. So now, every summer, weather permitting, I go out and flash my fires for a few hours in the afternoon and have them roast up in their apartment. It's been 5 years of this, and I will continue doing this until the day I leave home. I want to thank everyone who has given me ideas to be even more petty. My mum and I are getting a good chuckle out of it, and now I am on Amazon looking for the hairy dudes episode. That's good. The hairy dude swimsuit. Okay, next up. No upgrade for you. Okay. So my dad can be an arsehole. Case in point, one time, he, mum, and brother, age 15, myself, age 6, all were on a flight. My dad, being the cheapskate he was, bought himself and mum decent seats on a flight, and the very back seats for my brother and me. This is a dick move, as my brother is 6'5" and weighs like 240 at this time. He's always been a giant. The poor thing couldn't even sit up straight and had to tuck his legs in. It was to be a 5-hour flight. A very nice flight attendant kept checking up on us. Asked us if we were okay, did we need anything. My brother was very polite and said no, he would manage. The flight attendant kept looking back at us, all worried. She disappears for about 5 minutes and comes back with a big smile. She says she can't stand to see my brother so clearly in pain, and they have a lot of space in first class. She tells us the seats are ours and to follow her to our free upgrade. We pass our parents on the way to the front, and my dad asks the flight attendant where we're going. She explains the situation. He asked if he and my mum could sit with us. In a brief moment of genius, I look at the flight attendant, tell her I don't know these people. My brother agrees, and they're left in their furious seats next to a mum with a crying infant. We got free in-flight meals. We both got grounded once we landed. Worth it. Recently, there was a 9-year-old performing PettyRevenge. Now we got a 6-year-old doing it. How young are we gonna get these kids being so smart? It's gonna be a baby at one point, and the baby's gonna just troll an adult. God damn. Like, we're going from 9 to 6. Next we need 3, and then we need a baby. Oh my god, that is so brilliant. Oh. Anyways, links will be in the description to my main channel and also this channel where you're watching this video that has links under the screen to the playlist and last episode. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Ding a ding, I'm Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.